Hey everybody, I know it's been a while since I did a video. I think it's been about a month or so. But anyways, now that we're back, sorry I've been busy with things, but I've been wanting to get back and do this guide for Dark Souls 2. Or at least finish it. But alright, now we're here in the Iron Keep. This is probably going to be one of the first areas that you're going to hate, just because of something you have to do in a Covenant. But anyways, I'll be right back as I go and clear all the enemies. Alright. And welcome back. Now I've gone through, cleared all the enemies out in this first area, because there's a boss we do have to fight. Now, one thing I will say, that they did change a few things from the last gen to next gen, and that is in this area right here, there's one of two random NPC invaders that you'll have to fight once. You basically just run to this door and it'll trigger them to invade. One will spawn here, Fencer Sharon, and the other Armorer Dennis. I honestly prefer to fight Sharon first because she's a little bit more annoying. But anyways, coming over here is Magruld, or Magruld. I still don't know. This allows you to, he allows you to incense or lower the required stats to use, sorceries, pyromancies, hexes, and miracles, which is pretty cool. He also sells the Jester Cap and the whole Jester set. I recommend buying the headpiece and boots because those will help out. If you want to buy a Fragrant Branch of Ore, you can. He also sells Fall Control, which I didn't think I had, but I might as well get these items now. So then, gonna equip our new pieces of equipment. Now, what the headpiece does is it increases item discovery, and what the legs do is they work similar to the cat's ring and reduce fall damage. So yeah. So most of the enemies in this area are very annoying, but using this weapon right and from a good distance, you can two-shot them. But the thing is there's not really a lot of stuff that you want to get. I will show you how to lower the bridge if you don't know. What you want to do is come down here, pull this lever, run back up and around, and drop right here. And then if you want to just skip fighting the boss for later runs, just use this, enter the room right here to my left. Oh, there's still a dude alive. Cool. What is he doing? But as you can see, if they get close to you, then that'll happen. And the second lever you want to pull for the bridge is right here, which will completely lower it. So in here, if you want to just kind of continue, just go up the ladder. There'll still be another dude for you to fight on the bridge right there, as you can see. But anyways, continue back across. And one thing I will mention is, in this first area, there is nothing that you really have to get. Not anymore. Because on last gen, there also used to be a part right here that wasn't a part of it, so you had to jump over. And you also had to jump over to that area right there from about right here. It's an easy jump to make. It's somewhat annoying because you don't have a lot of room to really get the right jump angle sometimes, or your camera angle will mess with you. But anyways, here's where we can finally summon Lucatiel after talking to her back in Earthen Peak. And this will help you fight the Smelter Demon. Probably one of the few very annoying bosses in this game. I'm just gonna come and get a cheap attack on him. He's got a pretty easy attack pattern. You know, just kind of rinse, repeat. Now you do have to be careful in the later parts of this boss fight. I will show you if he ever actually does it. And he will also buff himself at certain points. Now on last gen, this used to be such a pain for me to try and keep Lucatiel alive for her trophy, because he'll normally just start aggroing the crap out of her. But as long as you like summon her and then enter the fight before her, this will kind of let you do a little bit more damage before the boss can really do anything. And also on this phase, he can actually just constantly deal fire damage to you just by being next to him. So you do have to worry about that. Now see how he's still staying in the ground? You want to back away, because he'll do that attack, and that can pretty much almost one-shot you if you're really low health from being close to him. He's doing it again. But compared to last gen, this boss is like significantly easier. Wow, he's doing it 3 times back to back. Just because of this Black Knight halberd. You just do so much damage to him. It's just ridiculous. 4 times? What the? This is just crazy. I've never had this happen to me. And as you can see, regardless of things, Lucatiel, even though she's just getting trashed, she's still making it out alive. What is up with him wanting to do this attack so much? No, 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 no. Oh my god. Did Lucatiel do it? I don't know. We'll find out. Okay, I'm just gonna kind of edit that in. Yay, I beat it. First try, totally. But anyways, one thing I was going to mention is, if you happen to get stuck in an area of Dark Souls 2 specifically, I think that you only have to kill the enemy, I say, 12 times before they're completely gone, and you no longer have to worry about fighting them. So yay, if you're ever curious about that. But anyways, we're just going to carry on like nothing ever happened. Woo! Okay, now then, carrying on from this bonfire, you'll just want to come into here. There's a few enemies you'll have to fight, and an ironclad trying to break this bridge. As you can see in my world, he did. Simply hop over. Now, I'm going to come back to this door for a specific reason, and you also want to pull this lever for good reason. Now, in this area, you just want to kind of take it slow. Also be wary of that archer, who I'm going to leave alive for now. Now, anyways, carrying on from here, go up the ladder. I will grab that chest a little bit later because I don't have armor or anything in my attunements. Now, on last gen, there used to be a chest right here that was actually a mimic. I'm not sure where they actually moved it to or what they did with it. It's still a mystery to me even to this day. Or I'm just an idiot and have killed it so many times and didn't realize it was the mimic. But anyways, coming up this ladder up here, also be careful as there's 3 Alone Knight captains who wield great bows, so if you just want to take them out one by one, you can. Now in this chest, we're going to get a Black Knight Great Axe, which is pretty cool. Now if you drop down here, I always just take this super slow and gingerly, just because I've tried to do it so recklessly in the past and died so many times. Now the reason why we're coming up here and all that is for this item right here in this container, or I don't even know what it's called, and it's the Covetous Gold Serpent Ring. So I'm finally going to take off the life ring and equip that. So now we have not 1 but 4 items that increase our item discovery. Now if you're curious where this area drops you out at, it's just over here. So yeah, if you're curious. Now following here, drop down, come this way. There will be 2 ironclad enemies in this hallway, so one right here and the other one around the corner. They're pretty easy to bait out and use the one-hand style of this halberd to easily deal with from afar. Following this around and up this ladder. Now also remember, all those heads will be spewing fire until you deactivate it, which is what we're going to be doing now. Now one thing I should mention is on New Game Plus there will be a red phantom in here who is very annoying to fight, and if you hit that bull right there, which isn't a part of last gen, it will start spinning. As you can see, I've already lit this bonfire, and here's where you deactivate the fire. Now just for the sake of things, I'm just going to travel. Not travel, just rest. Now from here, carry on down. Alright, now if you want to summon Manhunter O'Hara, you can. You know, just extra fight for the boss. go. The one enemy that's going to be standing in our way for this boss fight. I just always like to do this little jump down here. It's super easy to do, I don't know why. I have died a few times by jumping too far and rolling into the lava. But anyways, now we're getting to the second or final boss fight for this branch of the game. I'm just going to skip that cutscene, and it's the old Iron King. He's not really that hard of a boss fight. It can be annoying sometimes to dodge some of his attacks, but once you've done this enough times, you'll know. Roll through, he's then going to slam, so just casually walk over. Miss your first hit, cool. Now also beware is he can hit you into this pit right here, which is very annoying, so if he does a fire attack, just kind of hug this wall sometimes, and most of the fire won't hit you, as you'll see right here. It'll just kind of bounce off. This attack you actually want to do, just kind of strafe over. If you're feeling like you won't make it, just roll at the last second. He likes to do a lot of fire breath attacks. It's very annoying sometimes. It can cause some untimely deaths in this game. Good thing to have Manhunter O'Hara is sometimes she'll take aggro. Whenever he does that fire attack, I just like to hit his hand once just to get some damage in. He will sometimes try and do a direct fire attack like that and kind of move it over. That'll give you time to rush out if you're good enough and get away. He'll also sometimes dive like he just did and move positions. And when he does that, he'll just spew out fire or lava like he does. Now just for sake of things, I'm not going to try and attack him, so I can bait him into an attack, or hope he'll attack Manhunter O'Hara like so. She just got railed. Now sometimes he will do that 2-hit combo. Oh, I actually thought that hit me. Sometimes he'll do that one-handed or two-handed, so just be careful depending. And that is the old Iron King. Not really a bad fight, you know. Pretty easy, pretty simple. Old Iron King soul. I don't really think there's anything of worth, I think. No, just petrified something. And here, we're finally going to get the Iron Keep bonfire, or Old Iron King bonfire. One of the 4 primal bonfires that you need to light. So that only leaves one more in the Seldora. Now, I'm gonna just return, but this is not the end of the Iron Keep. We still have a few things that we have to do, which that's the part I was saying that you were gonna hate me about, and I'm sorry. Okay, hey everybody, now welcome back. I'm back at this bonfire again, now, and that's for good reason. Now, there's 3 things left that we have to do in the Iron Keep, one of which is a key that we're not going to be getting just yet, but I would recommend going and getting Flash Sweat from Rosabeth in Majula. Now, I know, and I'm pretty sure that if you travel back anytime after you've already gotten to Iron Keep and haven't gone back, you will get the Gathering of Exiles trophy for moving everyone to Majula who you can move. Now the reason why we get Flash Sweat is, and you also want to try and work on the merchant who sells armor and stuff in Majula, because he'll sell the Smelter Demon armor after you spend so many souls at him. So what we're going to do is, what is my equip weight at? Oh, 105. I can hardly even move. Cool. Let's see if 98's a little bit better. Alright, so what you want to do for the item in the chest over there is, with Flash Sweat, you kind of want to roll into these pots, because they'll increase your fire resistance. As you can see, I take a chunk of damage there. Now what you want to do is just heal up and equip Flash Sweat and watch the damage. It's like nothing. So simply get this chest and get Chaos Storm. If you want to get that fire seed over there on the other side, you can. I'm not going to get it because you can easily farm those. Now we'll show you how much damage we take now. It's literally just a little blip. It's pretty crazy the kind of damage it does. Anyways, equip back our normal stuff that we had. Oh god, wrong thing. I will keep the gloves equipped just because. Now anyways, now that we're gonna go into this door and do what I was gonna say I'll come back to. And this is the part that I said that you're gonna hate me for, but before we actually get into it, I am actually going to go get the other item, which is just in the first area. It's pretty simple. So up here, there's a chest over here you can get. Just a thunder quartz ring. And here's another bonfire. So I'm just simply going to fast travel back to the first bonfire. So yeah. Okay, now back at the first bonfire. Pretty simple stuff. You just have to kill, I think, 2 or 3 enemies, and then we can go back to that bonfire we just got. Or if you just want to run in, grab this key right here, run out, you can, by all means. It's probably what I'm going to do. This key will actually help you get to the one of the 3 DLC in the game, which I'll also show you how to reach the other 2. Actually, this is actually 2 out of the 3 so far. Not bad. So yeah, we'll just head back now to the other bonfire. Belfry Soul. Okay, now that we're here in Belfry Soul, this is something that is completely RNG related, but you have to do for this covenant. So what you want to do is, before you go through that, talk to this guy and join the Bellkeeper's Covenant. I know Sunbros are the best, but I just always like to be in this covenant while I'm doing this right here. So anyways, enter through, and there'll be some just standard Bellkeepers. Pretty easy. They're not really hard to fight. There is a few enemies like this one and 2 others. Okay. In this area, sorry. Come back around here to get this dude who's lying in wait. Now, like I mentioned earlier, the whole killing them 12 times before they're completely gone, that's going to really play into a factor in this area, and it's something I recommend doing. Is every time you do this little lap in this area, just kill all these enemies until they're completely gone. That way you don't have to worry about them. Now, the human enemies, like this one, and the other one I just defeated a bit ago, they do not respawn. Lucky shot, I'll give him that. Now, you will also get invaded by a Bellkeeper, just like in the other area, as you can see. This is actually very unfortunate. Or not. Very unfortunate for him. Come on. And he's down. Ooh, get a Bellkeeper shield. Now back here, there is some Simpleton spice. It's always good to grab those spices, honestly. But the reason why we're coming to this area is, like I said, it's for the Bellkeeper's Covenant. And this is one thing I did not know until I actually really started trying to earn the Platinum Trophy for Dark Souls 2. And what it is it's for this sorcery hidden weapon, which is only given in the Bellkeeper's Covenant. So the only way you can get it is by killing 30 NPC invaders in the Bellkeeper Covenant. Now, technically it doesn't have to be someone who just invades, but apparently red NPC phantoms also count. And in this area specifically, there is a red NPC phantom who we're going to farm. Pretty straightforward. But I will recommend just kind of going through this area once, because there is a pyromancy that we need to grab at the very end of this. I probably should have just gone through and killed all of these enemies beforehand, but that's just my bad. Now these last two you really don't have to care about, in all honesty. You're not going to come back over to this side of the area, luckily. But if you want to come kill them and get this item right here, you can. Completely up to you. Now, like I said, there's a pyromancy right here. Once we open it up, immolation. Now down here, there's another item we can grab. And there's also a little secret area that I can show you before we make our full circle. So if you just mash the X, or I think it's the A button, I'm not sure for Xbox users, but you just mash the interaction key that you use to like open chests and doors, and there'll be two chests in here. One with the Black Knight great sword, I think. I wasn't really looking just now. And yeah, and this will allow us, oh, almost fell down, to come full circle. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just quickly, once I find him, show you the enemy who you're gonna be farming to kill 30 times in this area by constantly going up this ladder, and if you don't see him, just run back and rest at the bonfire. Now, like I said before, I do recommend going up and killing all the little area, all the enemies in the first area, and then just running back, just to make your life 1,000 times easier. But alright, I'll be back once I have found him. Oh, and as you can see, I already got the enemy in just the first time of doing this. Now, this is a berserker. He will actually appear in one of the DLCs as NPC invaders. He's a pretty easy NPC to fight. You know, just bait him into an attack while backing away, and just go in for a combo. And yeah, and all you want to do is simply kill him 30 times. I know that sounds really annoying, but the best way to do it once you've killed all the enemies is just run up to about right here, or right here or so, and you should see him in this back corner right here. And if you don't, just immediately turn around and drop down. Just drop down the ladder and rest at the bonfire. It's as simple as that, really. As much as I'm gonna hate doing this, I'm gonna do it just to show you, you know, that I actually got it, just for the sake of things. That way I'm not lying to you. But yeah, I will show the rewards once I have got them. Yay. Okay, and this is number 10. This is dreadful. Getting flashbacks. Oh, getting them too young for that. But anyways, after number 10, what you want to do is just come talk to the dude. No, not climb down. Talk to the dude. And it'll say this. And your first reward is a Titanite slab. Cool. So now all we have to do is that 20 more times. So slide down this ladder, rest at the bonfire, climb back up, rinse, repeat, 20 more times until you hate yourself. Yay! I'll be back at number 30. Oh my god, you guys, this is number 30. It's taken me at least 2 hours or so just to do this because of the RNG factor of him spawning. But it's finally over and we can finally reap the rewards. So after you've killed your 30th, come talk to this guy once again. And now we have our hidden weapon. Thank God I don't ever want to have to come back to this area until later on. Okay, but I think that's gonna do it. I mean, I might as well already head to the next area and end it there. But yeah, this has been very annoying and very long, and I hope that you guys feel the pain that I have kind of felt and can understand why this is sometimes so annoying. Because there's going to be two other things that we're going to have to do, somewhat grind for, I guess you could say. But alright, it's been a fun video. I'll catch you guys next time in the shaded woods.